Thank you so much, everyone. Good afternoon, Nigeria. Good afternoon. I'm well aware that there's a number of people online watching us today. So to everyone online, good afternoon. My slides must work today in Jesus' name. Somebody say amen. Ogidi people will not see me, neither will Agulu people. Amen. Okay. I want to thank Pastor Poju so much for bringing me here. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Pastor Tony. Because I know, some of these things, he will mention it. Pastor Tony will say, who is that girl? Let me see her. No. She has not been behaving well. I know her from the women's salon. You don't know that part of her. But she was able to say, no, she's a good girl. And here I am today. Thank you so much, sir. So there's a story I wanted to tell you earlier, but I said I would leave it for the stage. And they helped me kind of put language to it because I didn't remember the name of the boot camp. 2022, the boot camp did not hold, correct? Sister, the boot camp didn't hold. You guys moved it to 2023. Yes. In 2022, I applied for the boot camp. And I was accepted. And in 2023, April 24th, I left Nigeria. So in 2023, they sent the emails first to the people they accepted the year before and said, we are holding it this year. Please, we're telling you guys first. And I responded and I said, unfortunately, I won't be able to attend anymore. I'm out of the country. So if you're sitting in this room and you feel like it's magic that is happening here, I want you to know that I'm a testament of growth, that the same person who wanted to be in this boot camp where you're being given 150 million naira is now standing here today as a speaker. So thank you, sir. Today I'm a teacher. I teach. I run the business of social media marketing training. So please, can you all agree today that we have a very large classroom and you'll be good students? Will you be good students? Okay, we are going to start with bringing out our phones. If you have your phone here, wave it at me. Beautiful. I want you to open that phone, and I need you to go on Google. And when you get to Google, I want you to do something very simple. I prayed over this slide, so it better work. All right, so Google prompts. Who is Nancy? Well, that's my name. Put your own. Who is Nancy? So put your name where mine is. And I want you to choose the AI overview answer. And look at the answer you see there. Is it something that describes you properly? I'm going to give you a minute. A minute. Do you have your name? Does it describe you accurately? Precisely? Yes or no? Yes or no? Everybody, yes. Where are the no's? Give the Lord a wiper now. Don't be shy. Leave these yes people. Don't mind them. Honest people in the room. This was the problem that launched me into running an academy that has empowered over 1,000 people right now, creating job opportunities across the world. 2023, I was very niche in marketing. I was doing launch strategy for personal brands and digital products who wanted to go online and make profit from their presence and their products. And I would have founders come to me. These are people who are doing well offline. The John Alamus of the world, even though these founders I was working with were not 33. Nancy, I am experienced. I have the money, I have the capacity, I have the results. But I have nothing to show for it when you look for me online. So take me online. And I would Google them and we'll find absolutely nothing. And some of the things we will find will not be anywhere close to what they really did. So it showed us one thing. Everybody already exists online. The question is how. So if you're not the one curating your digital footprints, I want you to understand that it's being curated from the things you comment on, the silly posts you make, your football banter. The algorithm is aggregating all of it to form an opinion about you that may not be accurate. So at the end of this session today, I will be empowering you on how to correct that and maybe build a profitable business at the end of the day. Let's see if we achieve that in 24 minutes. How did we fare with that idea? I would hire social media marketers, graphic designers, video editors for those clients. With all my research, the data backing it, the ideas, the go-to-market, the team will mess us up. So it began to look like I did not know what I was doing because execution was poor, even though ideation was great. So I went back to the board, and one morning, I got so frustrated. I had 7 clients at the time, paying you so much in dollars, looking for results, and you're telling them the team is not working well. So out of frustration, I went to my Instagram and I posted that on Instagram, and in 24 hours, we had 870 applications. It was supposed to be a free training. I thought maybe 7 people will apply, and that launched us into this journey where we have now trained 1,000 people. Having worked with founder-led brands, small businesses, medium-sized businesses across different continents of the world, I have seen 5 markers that make for brands and businesses that succeed online. And this afternoon, I want to hand them to you. Before I give you those markers, I want you to understand that according to research, Nigeria has the highest rate of brand discovery on social media in the entire world. 67% of Nigerians discover new brands through social media. Not a referral, not an ad like you thought, just online. So if I'm asking you to pay attention to me today, it is of utmost importance, okay? The last time the market was disrupted, really disrupted, was COVID. We were all indoors, forced to find new ways to connect, to trade, and we made something work. I'm showing you some industries and some brands that have disrupted the market, laying emphasis on my topic today, which is social media as a tool for market disruption. Does anybody know the money? Oh, Money Point just left, so no point of telling you, you know him. So he's doing 412 trillion in 2025 alone. Did anybody see the Apple Shot on iPhone campaign? It did 25 million views in over 24 hours. Does anybody know this business? I'm okay. Amala people. It went online, on social media, and on the app that was being used for this delivery, and it did 2.3 billion naira in 1 year. Does anybody know this? What's the movie? Who is the lead actress? It did over 1 billion naira last year into January at the cinema just through the power of social media marketing. So today, when I show you the different markers, I want you to think of the brands that come to mind, but most importantly, I want you to think of yourself. Because you also can make this impact leveraging social media if you understood these markers and how to use them. What are the 5 markers of successful online brands? Number 1 is indoctrination. Every single time you've scrolled your Instagram, your Facebook, someone has indoctrinated you on something. I started listening to most of the speakers here when I saw the flyer, well, apart from my big brother, Vuzi. Every single one of you has said something that made me change my mind on how I run my business, how I employ people, and how I operate as an individual. These are the people and accounts that make you think. They challenge you. They challenge how you think. They introduce you to a new way of thinking. The content that you consume from them does not just inform, it gives you a practical new ideology. So you start to think like that. You start to repost their ideas. You become the carrier of their message. And as I'm saying it, a particular brand is going to be coming to your mind, whether it's a personal or a business brand. That could be you too. The second thing that you really want to start paying attention to are the brands that inspire you. Inspiration online is a tool. that people need to dive deep inside, because with this tool, we have driven sales of services, of products, and results and conversion for different brands. So the second marker of brands I've seen that succeed online are the brands that inspire us. They tell stories. They share the journey, the struggle, the setback, the comeback. The content makes you feel like you need to become more. You remember the video you watched with the emotional soundtrack? Yes, we do very well with the editing, to get your emotions working together the way we want it. But it makes you feel like everything is possible, like you leave their pages feeling like, I can do more. That is a marker for growth. I want you to think about the woman who is documenting a journey with a baby on her back. And I will never forget this one. She sells stockfish. And one of the days I saw her video online, she had women in the backyard tying up the stockfish with their children on their backs. And look at me as an ambassador going to my WhatsApp to go and talk about the importance of stockfish and why people need to buy it that day. If it had that effect on me, what of other people? And that takes me to the next point, which is advocacy. These are the brands that you defend in comment sections you were never tagged in. Nobody asked you, but they defend them. Your fave. These are the brands you recommend to your village people. Their name comes up every time somebody says, do you know anybody who does XYZ? The reason why you are thinking that way is because they've shown up so well and so good that you have now become an advocate, and they're not paying you shingbam. Advocacy is word of mouth at scale. And in a market where trust and attention is expensive, it is one of the valuable things that social media can build for you. And the last point, the last marker I want you to be aware of before we go to sales, which is what many of you do at the beginning, is the marker we call awareness. You see the accounts everywhere. These people show up everywhere. They're like bedbugs. You're not even sure when you started following them. You cannot remember the first post you saw. But every time their name comes up, you know it, because you know that they're about to give you some quality information. They break down complex things. They add value to your life. They add value to your business. They are quoting data from Korea. And even without opening Google, you are like in agreement, yes, because they cannot lie. They do the work. They sabi this thing. Yes. What they are doing is bringing you to a higher level of awareness and making your human condition better. Not because of one viral post, because they showed up so consistently for so long that now you have become familiar with them. Because online, familiarity builds trust. Marker number 5. This is the last, but people do it first. So you show up online and you're selling and you're selling and you're selling, and you're wondering why people are not buying. It's because you've not done 1 to 4. And if you miss 1 to 4, 5 is always a struggle. So if you're struggling with 5, I hope you got 1 to 4. Now let's get into 5. I see people avoid this selling conversation a lot, and I don't know why, because for me, I like money. I'm an Igbo girl. If you're not talking money, I don't know what you're talking. Whenever we sit to talk business goes hand in hand with ego, you understand? So selling is how businesses survive. Selling is how you pay salaries. Selling is necessary, it's valid, it's powerful. But selling is not the first stage. It is the last stage. Across these 4 markers, I've removed selling. I want you to look at every single one of them and look at the one that fits into your personality the most. Because what you do is you try to sound like Nancy online. You try to sound like Eric online, forgetting that you are you. And there's something unique about you that the market will gravitate towards. The reason people gravitate towards me, they find me magnetic, is because I am originally myself. So pick any of this. You can do a combination of all of them, but one has to be higher than the other. Find your strength in there, do your SWOT analysis, and own your space online. Because remember from the Google experiments we did, if you're not building your profile, it is being built regardless. Social media is not just a sales tool. It's also not a tool for just entertainment. A speaker already spoke to that. I don't want to go further in that. It's a tool for disruption. It changes minds, it changes perceptions, it disrupts markets. And when I say it disrupts markets, a certain founder I worked with comes to mind. We sold a digital product in 3 weeks, and we did $25,000 in Nigeria with no international audience. She has introduced me to almost all her friends. If she could wake up her ancestors and introduce me to them too, she would. But that is the power of social media when you do it right. Whether you're selling yourself as a personal brand or you're selling a business. So where do you start? I've gone to a lot of gatherings. They give you nice talk, bamboozle, dabuzu, megoya to perspire. You go home, you read your notes, you're confused, you're convoluted. A big video right now. Let's start somewhere. Don't worry, I simplified it. Build a formidable digital footprint. The moment I saw this flyer, I Googled every single person. In fact, I went to ChatGPT and I said, pull all available online data and tell me who these people are. And he did. And when it was done, I read through it, and I remembered I had met you at an economy event 2 years ago, and I didn't remember. It was this that told me that, because I put it online. Every employer that will employ you will do this thing we just did today, a very simple Google search. Before any company funds you, any investor, they will do this research. So build a formidable digital footprint. If you doubt me, Google my name, your father. Put my name on your Google search. Then if God wants to catch you, if you see my ad, click on it. You will see me in your dreams. Because I am very intentional about it. Already said that. So the question is whether you are building for or against you. For entrepreneurs, silence online is not, I'm being neutral. No. To your market, you are irrelevant. I understand the need for privacy for some people. You know, there are people that work with the FBI, but they also want to make money. So there's that struggle. I don't want people to know it's me. And there are people that are working in offices and are doing almost what the office is doing, so they're hiding. Whatever your case is, please be visible. Make your business visible. Okay? Number 2, build clear offers. Is that the offer? Yes, that's number 2. Confusion kills conversion. If you're not clear, people don't know what you do. There was a stage in my life where people used the word hustle. Oh, Nancy, we're hustling. And I'm like, yeah, we're hustling, let's go hustle. It was a good word until the day I sat with the dictionary to understand what hustle means. It's a very bad thing to do. But some of you are, we're hustling, babe, let's go. I know they hustle with you, I beg, they go front. The moment you become clear about what you do, you will see your own value and hustle will end because people will reward your value because it's a need for them. So please build clear offers. Social media does not fail businesses. Unclear businesses fail on social media. Does anybody know this product in the picture? Who is that? I heard it here. Who? What did you call it? Thank you very much. Yoruba people in the room, please forgive me, I will murder the name. I grew up in a local town called Ogiri. Part of my growing up was there in Anambra State. And I grew up with my great-grandparents and my grandparents, then moved to my mom's and all of that. So it was a beautiful upbringing. So if you grew up around that area, wave at me. I want to do an experiment now. Okay. This product, when I was young, was sold in a van, a minibus. And they'll put this speaker, which by now, as an adult, if I saw them, I would have arrested them with the police for noise pollution. But they'll put that annoying speaker at the back and open the trunk. And then you will hear. So anything I say, just call and response. Bobo Nishi, okay? Agreed? You said we're a good classroom today, right? All right. This product cures everything and anything. So turn to the person sitting next to you and say, don't be a bobo nishe. Please, I'm begging you, build clear offers. Don't be confusing. Be clear. And if you're not selling anything, you are a brand. Be clear about what you do so people can buy into you. Not today, you sample, you wear construction coats, you say off to work. Tomorrow you wear lab coats, off to work. Brother, you be engineer, I be you be doctor. Which one you did? And it's funny because little by little we are telling young people to do all things, and it's wrong, right? You know that language of bring the work, now me go tell you the one way I know they. At the early stage of your life, being a generalist sounds nice. But if you want to make it, if you want to sit in positions where people call the shots, be a specialist. Be known for one thing. If they bring me and you in a room today to deploy African talents when it comes to the specialty of marketing, and you come in with your degree from Harvard, your father from whoever, and I stand in that room, you will go home. No, my dear. You understand my point? Because I'm very clear about the brand that I am. So this is not just for products, it's for personal brands as well. Build a clear brand identity. What do you do? To answer this question, if you tell me, Coach Nancy, Coach Nancy, you don't even know. Tell me, what do you do? So, I'm actually a professional HR professional. But in terms of marketing, Coach Nancy, I also manage social media pages, and my mother owns a cassava plant. So we do catfish farming and cassava farming in the evening. So anyhow you need it, Coach Nancy, I'm your person. When I stand in a room and somebody needs professional HR service, do you think I'll call you? No, answer me now. Will I call you? What do you do? This question, when my mentor asked me this question in 2018, when I met her in Enugu for the first time, it took me 2 weeks to answer it. Because when she asked me the question, I was a final year student. I was doing emceeing by the side. I was doing school full-time. I was selling men's shirts part-time. I was doing beats and gele part-time. And I was selling Zobo when they play football in the evening to the boys, mini-time. And because all of them, I don't hustle. When I tell you avoid hustle, I'm not here to Maguire to perspire you. Go listen to motivational speech on YouTube. I don't date the streets with you now. I don't leave them. I say I know they do again. And since I left it, my life is better. So I'm asking you to please leave it too. When I came back to her, I was honest. I said, Ma, I don't know what I do. And I listed all the 8 things I was doing, and all of them that were bringing me money. And she sat me down and said, let's draw. Give me a paper. How much did the bid and gele do this month? Guess what? There was no profit. How much did the Zobo do this month? The Zobo one was worse. The shirt business, how much did you do? People were still owing me. So mentorship set me back on track. And I did one thing for such a long time that when it was profitable, I could build a brand around it. So I know you're doing a lot of things because you go parent now, person go chop now, the boss gas just find girls now. And you're broke, you're chasing, God will help you. Who do you do it for? When you clarify what you do, clarify also who you do it for. I don't work with broke brands. members of my staff know. So you send an inquiry, somebody gets on a discovery call with you. Part of the things you fill in our questionnaire is how much does your business make annually? Give us an estimate if you don't know. Some people don't know their break-even points. There's a figure you put there, you will never see me on the call. Somebody will be, they're very nice. They will not shout at you. You just know that. They know that this person cannot afford us. But it's because we know who we do it for. So who do you serve? Entrepreneurs. Do you know the woman selling akara and this thing down the street is an entrepreneur? Anybody that can trade, can give you a product or a service in exchange for your money, that's entrepreneurship, nah? To an extent, Abi? Let's forget self-employed and all those ones going in depth. So who do you serve? What is your unique way of solving their problems? This is your unique selling point. I'm not the only marketing strategist alive. I'm not the only digital marketing consultant. But why do my clients want to stay with me? Because I know my USP. I won't tell you. Somebody like Mr. John Alamuna that does not innovate, he will copy. So, let me carry my own and be going. That video they did with you, I'll go and watch it and copy you. You will see something. What do people feel when they encounter you online? Do they feel inspired? Are they informed? Are they challenged? Or are they blank? Please be very clear. Do you want to run a personal page or a business page? People buy from people before they buy from brands. So many of you hide behind your logos. Like 5 years ago, I used to do Instagram revamp, Facebook revamp, and you see one stupid logo from Canva. And the person pays you 50,000 to do that revamp. And the person is like, so after you did this revamp, it's been 3 weeks, why am I not making money? That's why I don't work with poor people. Because the person that will pay you 50K to do something will wake you up at night for results. The person that paid you 5 million will just transfer the money, tell you cents. We'll meet end of month. But that one that paid me 50K wants to kill me. Entrepreneurs, you are the brand before your brand exists, okay? Your story, your face, your perspective, these are very powerful and they build trust. So please build what people will trust. Personal pages build trust, relatability, and reach. Business pages build credibility, social proof, and conversion. They work hand in hand. Go to Pastor Poju's page. The Instagram of Pastor Poju and the Instagram of the church, which has more followers? His own, of course. But more people come to church, don't they? That's the ideology behind that. Key pitfalls to avoid. Do not build for a dying audience. Someone came to me recently saying, Nancy, we want to build a magazine. It's going to be global. What do you think? I said, I think it will fail. He said, Nancy, I said, I don't need to research it. It will fail. In a world where everybody is mobile and digital, you want to build a magazine and it will go global. Onege ship your FedEx. It's serious. So don't build for a dying market, okay? Do your research. Your passion is not enough data for building a thriving business online. Don't be a consistency theater. I'm sorry I'm shattering a lot of things your faves are telling you. Just show up. Set up that camera. Put the tripod. Set the light. Show up. I got this by showing up. I see, they're not telling you the truth. You show up and you talk nonsense for a long time. You tell people not to pay attention to you. If you must show up with value, show up with understanding of self, and show up knowing exactly why you're showing up. Digital footprints are very hard to erase. Be intentional about what you're creating. Don't come and twerk online. Karen, let me leave people alone. I'll deal with that inside the academy. Do not sell before you have built trust. I know you're desperate, you need money, but build trust first. Get people to start responding to you. Get the questions in the DM. Understand the pain points. Understand which of the things you're saying they're interested in. Then solve their problem. Don't sell a product. Sell a solution. If I'm having a headache and you give me Panadol, will I ask you the price? Answer me now. What will I do? Pay you. Because I'm not seeing a product, I'm seeing a solution. So sell solutions. Don't copy what works for someone else. Don't be a copycat. Okay? Trends are not strategies. What worked for a 22-year-old will not work for a 46-year-old executive. But online, people are doing it. Sir, the one that's working now is when people shake bomb to sell their wigs. Since you're running, will your guy shake bomb online? That's not actually selling. Choose one platform first, your primary platform. Get results from there. Go to where your audience lives, find their demography. Don't try to win everywhere at once, because that is how you win nowhere. The disruption starts with a decision. It's peculiar mostly to companies, careers, and economies. But today I want you to consider being a disruptor in your own market. It can start with one person in this room, one founder, one employee who decided to show up differently. Remember that before you use the 4 markers. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for being a good audience, and I'll see you all later.
That was really exciting. Please continue to clap. Wow.